I'm John Batchelor. This is the John Batchelor Show. Two celestial events. One, a C5 class eruption, solar flare from the eastern limb of the sun. This is not headed our way, but the sun's turning our way, so coronal mass ejection can be expected in the next days. That creates tremendous opportunity for aurora. It's late in the year for aurora. The northern summer is coming, the midnight sun. The second celestial event is all available. Tonight into the 10th, and especially the 10th into the 11th, and the 11th into the 12th, round dawn, Venus, Mercury, Jupiter, and Mars will all be lined up within 7 degrees. It's spectacular for the morning. Here's Al.
Night, where the stars and you, midnight and a rendezvous. Your eyes held a message tender, saying I surrender all my love to you. Midnight brought us sweet romance. I know all my whole life through I'll be remembering you, whatever else I do. Midnight, where the stars and you.
The Neanderthals. Neanderthals are hominids, or hominins, as we all call ourselves now because we brought the chimps into our family. Hominins. Neanderthals and humans, the Homo sapiens, us. Did they interbreed? Why did the Neanderthals die out? Wonderful questions. We've dated Neanderthals twice, most significantly, in which there was contact with Homo sapiens. First time 80,000 years ago in the Near East, as evidenced by findings of Neanderthal and modern human bones in caves. These are in Israel. They believe that it's possible there was interbreeding at this time. However, it didn't stick. The ice changed the nature of the climate, and there was separation between Homo sapiens and Neanderthal. Then 40,000 years ago, and this is the question about interbreeding. The evidence now produced in new studies shows that the two didn't meet, that for whatever reason the Neanderthals stayed away from the Homo sapiens. Perhaps they were more sophisticated technology, more adaptive skills, dealing with the changing climate 40,000 years ago. There was still ice 40,000 years ago. The ice didn't start till 20,000 years ago, and it finally retreated 10,000 years ago. This is in Europe and through Asia. There is a refuge of Neanderthals, but it's unidentified in southern Spain and Gibraltar that dates to 32,000 years ago. Nobody refutes that, but it overlaps some and doesn't comport with the other larger argument that the two didn't get together. Neanderthals just died out. The expectation here is that there were pockets of Neanderthals who lived on. Now, it's wonderful to speculate, and I used to be a novelist, and I enjoy speculating about Neanderthals and Homo sapiens living next to each other. Neanderthals they had very thick skulls, very thick compared to our, well, it's better to think that Homo sapiens have thin skulls. That allows the larger brain, but at the same time makes us very vulnerable to being clunked on the head or other accidents, which is why we have to wear helmets, whereas I'm led to understand Neanderthals would never have to wear helmets. There are other important distinctions culturally. Apparently, Neanderthals, males and females, hunted together. Neanderthal females were ferocious, so were the males. That has led to speculation that it was the specialization of men and women in Homo sapiens that allowed Homo sapiens to advance more effectively in the warmer climates. Women specialized at child-rearing and taking care of the hearth, and men hunted. So therefore, the women weren't at risk in hunting accidents, and over long periods of time of exposure, they were more protected. That made them better for the children, gave longer opportunities for mothers to spend with their children. That's one of the speculations. I'm reminded, though, in this paper, and I'm reading from Science Now, it's available free, this is Science Magazine, that speculative extrapolation is extremely attractive to both archaeologists and anthropologists. And I'm neither. I'm an amateur reader of both. And so the speculation about how Neanderthals and Homo sapiens dealt with each other continues and will until we find more sites. Right now, this new paper says no evidence of interbreeding 40,000 years ago, some evidence 80,000 years ago, and those Neanderthals in caves in Gibraltar 30,000 years ago are an exception. We can't rule out the fact that they were living with neighbors who were Homo sapiens, and they were all mixed up. That's the part I liked, all mixed up. The thick-headedness in me likes that. I'm John Batchelor. This is the John Batchelor Show. Good night, Neanderthal.